Hello everyone, this is Annabella again with my weekly reading. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I love to do tarot reading on celebrities, but honestly, I'm one lazy reader. I just pull the bare minimum 5 cards and post once a week. Doing these readings is a form of entertainment for me and I don't want to dive in too deep. Please remember that celebrity readings are meant for entertainment only. Take everything with a grain of salt. Now, for this week, I would like to do a reading on Esther Yu and Ding Yuxi. I actually liked Ding Yuxi for a short period because I thought his acting was decent. I haven't watched their drama but heard it explode. So let's take this chance to do a relationship reading for the two of them. Let's start with the first card here, the Fool. Often, the Fool represents a new journey, but I feel like their drama ended already, right? I don't think this really means a new journey. I think the Fool has more to do with this unpredictable energy that the two of them gave the rest of the industry when paired together. Being unpredictable is also one definition of the Fool, as he is heading off to a new journey, and who knows when he will jump off that cliff. But to them, it's okay, because jumping off that cliff is part of their job. I feel like they had a good time together, as the Fool is generally a happy energy. I believe they might have even bond over the results of the drama, as it was a successful one, and that is indicated here in the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups represents a celebration. The girls in the car are celebrating a successful harvest season. Just like how Ding Yuxi and Esther are probably happier now with their drama getting good feedback. It's like no matter how rough or tiring of a time that they had filming the drama, or the anxiety and the imposter syndrome they might have, they and the filming crew, a good feedback and a good rating is enough to turn all of that into the past. I also feel like because the Fool and the Three of Cups both indicate a happy-go-lucky type of energy, these two won't have any beef because they would just turn those negative energies into good ones. And then the Emperor. The first thing I notice here first is actually the present of the Fool and the Emperor. I'm curious if one person acts more like the Fool while the other person acts more like the Emperor. Ding Yuxi is probably the Emperor and Esther is the Fool. I would say he's probably kind of rigid, but he takes care of Esther in his own rigid way, almost more like a male protector. Now, having the Emperor may or may not indicate some feelings, as the Emperor and the Empress are the main feminine and masculine energies in the tarot deck. I learned from my previous readings that though at first the Emperor can be cold, there may or may not be other feelings deep down. But of course, this isn't a full reading. We aren't checking their individual feelings or anything. Though I have a feeling whatever feelings or whatever, this time and space is probably not going to happen. The last two cards will explain why. Next, the Tower. As the Fool initially talks about an unpredictable energy, this Tower reiterates that. You can take a look at it quite literally. Their work exploded, their career exploded. Again, as I did like Ding Yuxi, I know this drama gave him a big boost in his career. The old tower has to collapse for a new building to be built. It's just a time of change for them. But the thing I notice about this card is how the two people are jumping off the tower. I feel as though it's Esther and Ding Yuxi having to jump off. Once the promotion period is over and they are ready to move on, I do feel like they'll be like the two people in the tower, jumping off this connection. The explosion in the tower could definitely be caused by outside force, and that's why I feel like during this time and space, this current foundation doesn't really aid their growth in this connection. They are now just friends, co-worker that have good chemistry together because they are genuine towards each other. Death. We know death is death, and death may often represent an ending, often an ending that for sure grants a new beginning. But because the tower kind of already serves that similar meaning, when I saw death, I actually feel like it's a pause. Death is paused on his track because people are stopping him. And that is how I generally feel towards their relationship here. It is at a stop once they complete their work together, but there's a gate on Death's horizon. There may be more opportunity for them to at least work together in the future. And then we'll see what's going to happen in the future. But for now, that's the end of this reading. Remember that tarot reading is based on energy, and as the interpreter of these energies, I may not be 100% accurate. Please remember to be logical, have an open mind, and keep yourself grounded with the information. If you're interested in buying a reading from me, please check out my description for my contact information or visit my Etsy store, annabellatarot.etsy.com. I also accept payment and donations via PayPal. For pricing, please see my channel's description. Feel free to leave your requests in the comments, but I will prioritize purchase readings and most popular requests that fit my interests. Also, if anyone happens to live in Atlanta, Georgia, please check out the Big Psychic Fair in the Roswell office suites. I am a regular reader there and will be there this weekend, rather the first full weekend of every month. Thank you so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Have a nice day and see you next time.